driving by it and looking, so I thought you as a reader might like to come and join me. So here we go. So this is what you can see of the Garyville refinery from your car as you're driving by off of Highway 61 here. We're about to enter.
You know, as you see off on your left-hand side there, that's the start of the new facility. That's a 70,000 square foot warehouse that we built here. Kind of interesting thing about it is, you know, from a security standpoint, you don't want to allow people to go into your refinery, all the trucks and things. So all the trucks are outside of the refinery, and we have our gate go kind of essentially right down the middle of the warehouse.
We drill a hole down the middle and then cut the coke out. The yellow-orangish thing, that's a big bridge crane, and we may see it picking up some coke, and it'll put it in that conveyor belt, and that goes all the way out to the river. It goes right onto barges.
Yeah, it's 3.5 miles of conveyor out to the barge.
Here on our left is the crude unit. Okay. We talked about heat integration. Kind of up here a little bit, you'll see these long cylindrical vessels, and these are the heat exchangers that we use to take hot material that we've heated up, and we, as we cool it down, we transfer the heat to other material we're trying to heat up. That's the heat integration portion.
Yeah, the crude unit is really just a giant still, yeah, right? Just like they would make Kentucky whiskey out of.
This is called a steam methane reformer. They take natural gas and steam and make hydrogen. That's another energy efficiency. That's steam that's produced as a byproduct we use in the plant.
You notice everything is pretty well spaced out. We like to have a lot of room between things so that we can go in and maintain it at different times. You know, it's not just building a unit, you know, that's densely packed. You have to make sure that you can operate it and maintain it in a cost-effective manner. Process heater, okay. It's 1 billion BTUs. It's exciting to me. Okay, 1 billion BTUs.
1 billion BTUs per hour.
Yes, per hour.
This is where we take that gasoline type material off the crude unit, heat it up to almost 1,000 degrees, and put it over the platinum catalyst. The reactors are stacked. They're the big, tall, cylindrical thing going up there. That's full of the platinum catalyst. You can see the large lines going up the side. There's actually 3 reactors stacked in there.
And we're constantly circulating that catalyst, just like in a cat cracker.
Yeah, you know, if you've seen refineries before, you've seen the flares, the sticks that stick up there with the flame on top. I tell you what, we don't ever want to see anything more than a pilot flame on something like that. I had a boss that called them the lights of incompetence, because it's all product. If it's got a big flame, and that means we're wasting it.
Right.
As part of this project, with the type of flares that we need, the amount of capacity, and what we had, we ended up going to what's called a ground flare. Actually, 2 of them. That's what you're looking at here on the right-hand side. Inside each of those there's about 500 burners along the ground, and when you do have a release, or you have to take the pressure off something for maintenance, it can stage in. There's burners, and it starts staging in. It's designed to burn low to the ground, below the walls, and but that's what that is. These 2 big ground flares.
What you're seeing on all the pipes, most of them are insulated. The ones that aren't painted, you know, because they operate at high temperatures, and we put that aluminum, you know, wrap around them for heat conservation. That's another thing that makes us different.
The original refinery was painted that green back in '76, and we kept it. And you know, I know some other plants it's gray, or I kind of like the green.
Yeah, I like it. In fact, you know, if we get something in a different color, we'll send it back to a shop to have it painted this color.
So
we do like
it. Been the news for 5.
This is where you're monitoring all the pressures and temperatures, reactions, and making your product on spec. There's a large amount of technology, computerization, and sophisticated programs that also sit back here. We've got a very large server room back here, and one of the things that's changed in the last 30 years is the amount of sophistication that you have. We have programs that monitor and try to optimize the units all the time. to some sort of constraint and optimize the economics, keep the products on spec. But it also takes a lot of these guys knowing exactly what's going, how their process works, in order to keep it. We also have some of the buttons you may see with the red tags, emergency shutdown systems. If a process did get into an unsafe area, they automatically shut down and gets to a safe condition. So we keep cameras on our flares. If you look right across one of the ground flares there, you'll see a small amount of flame, pilot flame in there. That's good. Yeah.
Looks like your igniter on your burners in your stove.
That's good. There's not a lot going there, so that's I'm happy.
So the screen that says north flare.
The north flare and the south flare are kind of obscured right now by the rain and all that. Those are the stick flares that are out at the other end of the plant.
So if you see a flame there, then something's going on.
No,
Yeah.
there's still a pilot.
There's always some flame on
There's
top.
always some flame, just a pilot.
It should be small.
So that if anything comes
Yeah.
through,